What's up, everyone? Tiger Stacker here. I got a new guest here. Welcome, Silver Dave from local SILVERMINT. You've seen him on Yankee. You've seen him on his channel, which, by the way, is a really awesome channel. Go watch it. Go subscribe to it. And now I'm honored to have him here. Hey, Silver Dave, how you doing?
I'm great, Tiger. It's great to be on with you, and I'm happy you took the time to speak with me today and that we can connect. So thank you so much. And I think that maybe I should tell you or your audience the little background, or maybe I should let you ask me.
Consider it asked.
Okay, so Dave, have you done this before? Well, a few times, but I'm not that good at it. So, but thank you so much, Tiger, for asking. And the reason I'm Silver Dave is because I have been very fixated on the idea of accumulating physical silver to prepare oneself for the future financial situation, and especially so people can buy things on the local economy and have something to give someone. And so for over 12 years, I've been really on this mission, and we manufacture our 1/10 ounce silver, which is the best value and the lowest price 1/10 ounce silver anywhere on the internet. And you can get it from SD Bullion, Money Metals, JM Bullion, silver.com. And our 1/10 ounce is designed with giant letters for people to easily see. Giant letters, 1/10 ounce, 999 silver. So if you give it to a guy for a dozen eggs or a chicken, it's easy for him to understand what it is. And because it's 1/10 of an ounce, you don't have to overpay. And so that's been my obsession for a long time. And now, you and I met a few months ago, and you've been a customer. And we really appreciate you being a customer and buying our products and supporting us. And also, we have this time to talk and share some information. Anyway, that's my intro. Thank you for listening.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And yes, I first found you, like so many others, on Yankee, and that's when you were pointing out the 1/10 ounce barter bag with the 10 of the 1/10 ounce bars, as well as the 10 ounce bar, which, by the way, I love those things. But
I wish one of the dealers would put them in stock.
Yeah, me too.
The slight problem is that the dealers, specifically when it comes to 10 ounce bars, they're really, really fixated on a certain price point. And our 10 ounce bar was, a little bit more money than what they wanted to pay from these bigger mints that are really just pumping these things out, like 1 million ounces a day or some huge number. And we're a bunch of dedicated guys that are sort of earlier on in the phases. We're kind of more of an underdog. Like, I didn't inherit a $10 billion factory. We had to build it with what we have. So our 10 ounce bar is just not quite competitive enough for any of the dealers to carry it yet, but we want one of the dealers to carry it, though they all carry our 1/10 ounce, because our 1/10 ounce is the best value of 1/10 ounce silver anywhere on the internet, the lowest price. It's simpler, but we've geared ourselves towards that. We didn't build ourselves towards the 10 ounce bar. We just make the 10 ounce bar as a side effect, but our focus really is on 1/10. But I appreciate that you bought the bar, and it feels wonderful in your hand. And so for $1 more, feel free to consider buying, our 10 ounce bar. Well, I mean, you can't really, actually. It's a problem because no one online is selling it. So you almost have to come to our store to buy it. Or if you buy at least $3,000 worth, then we can send it to you in the mail. But we're not shipping small orders because we don't have the packaging and shipping department.
Yeah, which I truly am very happy with. And I'm happy that you work with my channel, because I know you don't deal with the small purchasers, of which I one day hope to be more than that. But one of the things I also wanted to point out is your 1/10 ounce rounds. If I can just get it, let me see if I can change the settings of the, there you go. I like both the bars and the rounds. I guess I'm more of a round type of person, but I like the rounds.
I like the rounds better because they have bigger letters that say 1/10 ounce.
Exactly.
I don't know if you can even see this as a wrong hand. Oh, wrong hand.
Yeah, and what I find interesting is this.
I don't know if I even have it upside down or what. Okay, well, but this one was just one that's sitting on my desk. It's been kicked around, so it's not even like a. But it looks good and it's simple. It's stamped on one side. The idea behind it is we're keeping it simple. Our goal was not to make the most beautiful coin you've ever seen in your life, but more so to make a very simple, low-priced unit of silver that you can use as a barter tool to buy a dozen eggs or basket of vegetables or something. Exactly. And so that's what it's for. So yeah.
Well, my goal is this, as I've said to a lot of people on my channel, is when I first started off, I started off with fractional gold, and other fractional gold. I'll show you here in a second. This is some of my first purchases. Okay.
Yeah, I like those.
And eventually got into gold backs. So I've been a fractional person from the get-go, thinking I need to buy small stuff because I'm not a big country. So what I then started doing was started working towards more and more, and then I got into the constitutional. And just to give you an idea, I just recently came up with the thought that I'm trying to get 4 souls out of Ukraine, my in-laws out of Ukraine, to live here. So I need to get more and more and more fractional. So I took my 100-ounce bar, the only one I had, and turned it in. I got $700 increased price because of the spot changes. And I bought dimes as well as a buffalo I had my eye on for a while. But the point of that I'm trying to make is I'm planning on working on my second guardhouse box of dimes. And as I told you, but I haven't told anybody else, this will be the first time I'm saying it on the channel. One of my other goals is to get a guardhouse box full of your rounds. You know, and so that way I'm going to have options for me and the family. So you run into person 1, they only want constitutional because that's all they understand. Person 2 thinks you're trying to cheat them because they look like current day coins. Then you can use your products that clearly say that there's 999 silver, and then if you got someone who's going to fight with you about gold, you can use gold backs. That's been my game plan, and that's where when I found out about what you do with local silvermen, I was like, this is a cool company. This is a cool guy. I really want to start working with him. You know, so that I want everyone to realize that I'm not just speaking this. And by the way, everyone, this is not a sponsored video. Silver Dave is not paying me to say diddly. This is all from my heart. So all I can tell you is I'm telling you what I'm planning. I'm not a financial advisor, but this is my game plan to protect the family, especially with more mouths coming in. So tell me more about your company and your history then?
Well, I was a Green Beret in the Army Special Forces. Well, I could go back, and first I was, a young person, and then a high school, and then I sort of was kind of having some different challenges, and I was like maybe getting in trouble and some stuff. But then I joined the Army, which was kind of a good solution. And then I ended up getting into the Army Special Forces, which is more of a direct and more of elite group. And my process of doing that, I went to a multitude of different countries in a short amount of time. And I made some really remarkable discoveries about the financial system. and about the wars and the frauds and so many layers. And so that got me interested in researching about the monetary system and to try to figure out like what is going on. Why is it that there's a $1,000 Army hammer and that guys will literally overpay 10,000% for something so that they can get kickbacks? And how does a monetary system work that way? So I ended up researching and discovering that the silver and gold was what the money was. And then it became paper promises for silver and gold. Then it became just paper and no promise for silver and gold. And that to me is the base, the roots of a system of human oppression and slavery, slavery in a sort of hidden kind of way. And that, so anyway, so that's why I wanted to get into the silver business, because I didn't want to work for the government anymore, because I didn't believe it. I didn't trust the government anymore. I didn't trust the wars. I did not trust is an understatement, but I wanted to help people, and I wanted to get into the silver business and to make films. And so, then I, not only did I get into the silver business with a selling operation, we're the most powerful selling operation in this geographical area that, like, at this point, we blow away any of the other local shops in terms of how much volume we're doing. And we're doing a lot of special advertising and reaching a lot of people. We have multiple salesmen in here selling and buying, so we're cranking. But in addition, we have a manufacturing operation, and we're manufacturing these 1/10 ounce silver pieces. And that was a lot of what I wanted to do when I discovered the monetary system, that I wanted to help people, not just with silver, but especially divisible silver, and we had to make our own. So I don't know if that answers your question.
It does. It does. You'll have to excuse that's my antiquated refrigerators.
Oh,
so anyway.
But the other thing is, speaking of new products, is that right now it is 4:30 p.m. on Wednesday, the 22nd, or the 23rd, Wednesday, the 22nd of May. And in 25 minutes, the Yankee stacking video about us showing us making the hammers and the wrenches, also covering some really deep silver coming events that relate to my predictions about the silver. And so that video is going to come out in 24 minutes, while simultaneously SD Bullion has put our silver hammers and our silver wrenches in stock. Ooh, yep. So, and you got one, and you have it with you, apparently.
I do. I labeled the label so that I can never forget who I got it from, who was kind enough to sell it to me. I love this thing. One of these days I'm going to tease Yankee with this thing, but that's another story. I won't tell the punchline. And
I love the hammers. Like, I played with the first one, and I was like, "Oh, it's hammer time!"
Oh my goodness! I can just see MC Hammer doing that little dance.
And we did. So this Yankee video is going to come out in a little while, and also I'm really excited to see what that video is going to do in terms of like how many views it's going to get, because it's a really kind of an interesting video and unique for both Yankee and I. But it also covers some like hardcore silver market predictions, but also like shows glorious silver rolling into these wrench molds. And I'm sure if you like our silver cassies, this really gives you the front row seat to see the wide silver that's smooth with the flame going across the top of it, solidifying. And so it's a combination of really giving people that metal, molten metal action that they really want to see, which you don't see as well when we're pouring the ingots. But in this case, because it's open top sand cast with a small crucible and it's long, you really see it. And so combined with the information, it's tough to say how many views, what I predict, but I'm open to a big range of what it could do. It may not get a ton of views, maybe, but it also could get to me a huge amount of views. It might be very powerful.
Well,
So,
I
but
watch.
but
Go ahead. I'll
ooh,
shut up.
I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off. I'm so sorry, but
Go ahead. Go ahead.
because I just realized here's the part of this that I wanted to say is that when the Yankee goes out this video tonight, we're really excited to see what happens with the hammers and the wrenches on SD Bullion. And are these things going to sell? Are these things going to move? Or is it going to go slow? Is it going to go fast? What's it going to do? Because it really has a big impact on the future for me. If these things crank, oh man, we're making more of them. If they don't move, then oh no, we're probably not making more. So we really want to see what these things are going to do. So I'm really excited for what's going to happen in just a little while. And feel free to share the video if you want to on any platforms that I don't know if you share videos anywhere on a slave book or whatever, but feel free to share that video if you want, Tiger.
I will.
But
I'll do the best I can with my technological understanding.
yeah, but also this video here, this is a great chance. Like I can see that hammer sitting there in your stack. And boy, what a wonderful stack you have there, Tiger. That's really beautiful. And I really appreciate that you bought our stuff. And you were like, whatever it takes, you did what it takes to buy the things. And we sent it to you and you're putting it out and making these videos with me. And I really appreciate that. And I've enjoyed our interactions and hearing about your silver melting experiences and sharing some of my stories as well. So it's been fun.
It has been. And for those of you who are listening, I'm telling you firsthand knowledge. Silver Dave makes really good products, but he also makes really good videos and educational, funny, entertaining, keeps your attention. So those of you who haven't subscribed to Local SilverMint on YouTube, you're missing out. He's very educational. I watch his stuff all the time, even reruns, especially on pouring because I'm a brand new pourer and try to learn whatever I can from a master so that I can go from a novice to better than a novice as soon as possible. So then if it's okay with you, when I make some more stuff, I'm going to send you guys something as a thank you present. So
that sounds great.
So I don't know what it's going to be yet, but it's going to be something. So,
well, people are always asking me. They're like, well, they're not always asking me, but occasionally people will be like, oh, like maybe just close family members or whatnot. And they'll be like, Dave, what do you want for your birthday? And I'm like, oh, I don't know. I don't really need anything. And they're like, well, you have to pick something. And it's like, well, silver is pretty good. You can get me anything that's made out of silver and it'll probably be a winner, but then they're like, oh, but it's not personal. It's like, yeah, personal. Like, make me something out of silver. That would be nice.
I will certainly make you something out of silver. And I've got a few things we're running out of time, so I won't bring them out right now. But if you ever watch something else that I do in the future, I'm going to bring out some of the things I've already made. And just bought 30 pounds of Delft clay so I can start learning how to sand cast. So, but let's see here. We are now at 18, almost 19 minutes. I know you don't I don't want to take up too much of your time. I do want you to see everything that's coming up on Yankee as well as everyone out there in YouTube world. Besides, this probably won't come out until after Yankee's release by far. So, but no, I want you all to please go visit Silver Dave. If you physically on the internet, whatever, he makes excellent products. And I can tell you from firsthand knowledge, I am totally tickled. So,
well, I really appreciate that. And yes, so for folks who can come to our showroom in Ware, New Hampshire, local SilverMint, you can come in, and a lot of people really enjoy tax-free shopping. If you're from Massachusetts or Maine, you drive to us when you buy it in person. There's no sales tax, which if you order online from the dealers and you live in a state tax, sales tax state, they will charge you sales tax, a huge amount of money. So that's one piece. But also here you get to walk out with the items. in your hand. Also, there's less electronic tracking of your purchase when you buy it in person than when you buy it online. So there's some major advantages to doing that. But if you can't get to our showroom and you can get to online buying and you want to buy our stuff from SD Bullion or Money Metals Exchange or JM Bullion or others, and you want to buy from them, we really appreciate you buying the products. It still helps us because then we sell it to them. And then lastly, if you do want to order direct from us, you don't want to go through a dealer and you don't have you can't come to the store, we will serve customers direct, but $3,000 minimum. I know it sounds like a lot, but we just don't have the packaging and shipping department to be able to handle lots of like $300 packages and so on. We're not really geared for that. And also the state tax in all the states is really complicated. So we will sell it to you, but it has to be at least $3,000. But if you want to pay at least $3,000, we'll give you incredible top-notch service, fast, free, fully insured shipping, and then you'll have access to the lowest prices on our products. So please feel free to give me a call at local SILVERMINT in Ware, New Hampshire. And I'm just going to put up on the screen here. I don't know if you can edit that, Tiger, or if the audience is going to laugh that I ran away, but I'll just put this up right on the screen.
That works. We're like twins.
Oh, wow. Oh, fastest gun in the West, huh? Oh, I see how it is.
Maybe one day you can find a job for a tiger up at your place.
Yeah, well, I don't recommend the zoo. Doesn't look good.
Well, we're at 22 minutes. I don't want to take up more of your time because I know you're busy and you want to get over to Yankee. I do too. So I'm going to end it right now. So, I want to thank you, Silver Dave, for your time. If you don't mind, I'd love to do this again.
Yeah. Thank you, Tiger. And keep on stacking.
You too, my friend. Keep stacking. Ending the recording.
Okay.
If you like this video, check out these local SILVERMINT videos.